Today we're gonna have a look at another pair of fans, the Cooler Master Sickleflow 120 ARGB. This episode is brought to you by CDKoffers.com. CDKoffers offers a wide variety of software or game keys for a fraction of their usual retail price. You can get your usual PC game codes or even library codes for things like Steam, Uplay and Origin. But the most important part for us are the software codes. Here we can get software activation codes for things like MS Office or Windows 10 for a ridiculously cheap price. And right now you can also use the promo code TS20 to get a 20% discount to make the already cheap Windows 10 license even cheaper. If you want to get that nasty activation message away, make sure to head down to the links in the description below and don't forget to use the promo code TS20 for a 20% discount. Let's not lose any time and get straight into it. These are the Sickleflow 120 ARGB fans. They exist in white, black and 120 or 140mm, and there even is an additional black 120mm reverse version for those who really want to install them on top of a PSU tunnel. On the spec sheet, they look pretty promising. 1800 RPM with rifle bearings, 62 CFM, 2.5mm of water, up to 27 dB, a 5V addressable for RGB, and of course PWM. That's pretty good and even puts them slightly above the Arctic P12s on the spec sheet for now. But before we get to the benchmarks, let's have a look inside the box, because this one is pretty packed. Inside we will find, of course, the 3 Sickleflow 120 ARGB fans, and inside of that black box of goodies we will have a 123 PWM splitter, a couple of screws and RGB male to female to male adapters, and a little controller. Now this little controller is meant for the people that do not have a 5V RGB port on the mainboard. Just hook it up to SATA for power, connect the RGB fans, and you will be able to use the button on here to switch between the modes. Though there are not many of them. Additionally, there is also a 2-pin connection available, so that you can hook up the button of your case and then just switch the mode by pressing the RGB button. But if you have an RGB port, you can just ignore this little annoying piece and connect your fans straight to the mainboard and control them through software. Now, on the fans themselves, they feel pretty sturdy, they have rubber pads around the screw holes, and the plastic used for the wings is also pretty thick. So just from touching and twisting it, they do feel pretty high quality, so a good start right here. I also like that they've used like these white braided wires for the white fans. That just adds some aesthetics. The RGB connection on the fan is also daisy chainable, so you can just connect one and then jump to the next one. That's pretty nice. But Cooler Master also included something really cool in the black box. You will get 3 of these little plastic boxes. Now for those who already played around with RGB wires, you should know that those wires are as fragile as your parents' marriage. But with this little black box, you can simply connect the RGB wire and then stuff all of this inside of the black box. And now you have a secured connection. Simple, but amazing. Now, before we get to the benchmarks, a quick note on the RGB. It is not bad. The lights are hidden inside the central piece of the fan, and because of those milky wings, the light is shining all the way until the very end. They also made sure to use strong enough LEDs so that the light really gets to the very end, something that is not always happening with very cheap fans. Once you connect everything to your motherboard, you can just do basically whatever you want. Rainbow, turning around, your software is the limit. Okay, enough of this, let's get to the benchmark. We tortured them in the same test as we always do. A 3600X locked at 3.26 GHz and 1.1V V-core with a pure rock slim on top without the fan, and everything inside the Acer Hive case with 2 fans in the front and 1 in the back. With a 100% fan speed, the Sickleflow 120s kept the 3600X at 60 degrees C. Not bad. Those little 120mm Sickleflows are able to outperform even our bigger 140mm Arctic 14s, and they ended up being the best fans we had so far. Turning the fan speed down to 50% left us with 75 degrees C. Not quite the top of the chart anymore, but still our very best 120mm fans until now. And on the noise side, it is also quite good. So to sum up the Cooler Master Sickleflow 120 ARGB, I like the fans. They come with everything you would expect and even a bit more. Their build quality is pretty good, they feel sturdy, and they have little things like the braided cables which just make it even better. On the noise side, there is nothing to complain, and on the performance side, they are the best fans we had so far, so pretty freaking good. And of course these plastic RGB holders are so useful that I have to mention them again. So all in all, you'll get a pretty good and pretty performing package, and they also look quite nice. On the price side, they do come at a cost, $50 US and around 40 something euros, so you're looking at around 15 bucks per fan. Now, that's not the cheapest I've seen in this tier. The Arctics are going for around 10, but you got the RGB, the braided cables, and they perform a bit better. So I think that the price and the price to performance is still very much alright, and I can totally recommend them. I will of course put the manufacturer and Amazon affiliate links down in the description below. But RGB is not for everybody, and if you missed the Arctic P12 review, have a look at them. Those are top-notch fans for a ridiculous price. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to leave your opinion with a thumb up, thumb down and the comment section below. And make sure to be subscribed with the bell icon to never miss another video.